Live from the Outpost Studios in Columbus, Ohio, you're listening to All Natural Being with Brian Brawdy. Brought to you by IPMNation.com. Get ready for the gong heard round the world.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All Natural Being. Warning, All Natural Being with Brian Brawdy is designed to shake your sense of self to the core.
It's full contact psychology with an empowering twist, a philosophical loofah for your soul.
For those of you not ready or comfortable releasing your inner superhuman, listener discretion is advised.
Here's your host,
Brian Brawdy.
Welcome. Let me kill this. I got to reach up and kill this too so I can see what I was doing. Thank you for stopping by the 367th episode of the #1 rated show here on IPMNation.com. The gong heard round the world, broadcast as it happens, thanks to our good friends at Telestream's Wirecast right here on IPMNation.com, as I just said. And now multicast live on Facebook and over at allnaturalbeing.com as well. But however you come to hang with us, we're always pumped to have you live from the Transitional Radio Uplink here in snowy Columbus, Ohio. Well, it's more like freezing rain, but it could be snow, with rebroadcast on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all the usual suspects. Greetings wherever you are, here in the Garden of the Mortals. Let me turn this volume down so we don't have to worry about that. Garden of Mortals, what a gig it is. Winning or whining, it's up to you and me. This is our labyrinth, our shot at running the table as we see fit. With your primal scream front and center on your lips, a mouth-watering life, living it the way it needs to be. That's why we're here, to be your friendly force, to be your blue force, if you'll excuse the military jargon. Always putting your heart's highest priority top of your list. Reinstalling and reinstating the true wit, wisdom, and dare I say wallop of your inner whisper. Yeah, your whisper can have a wallop. Soon as we reboot your robust, find your ferocious, all in time to out-brutal the brutal. Low battery, how can that be? That is the cut and shuffle that fate deals you on a daily basis, and to bring your own bold once and for all. Now we'll see. But before we hit it this evening, if we even get a chance to hit it this evening, hello, my friends here in the United States and Canada, Mexico, the UK. Those are my good friends in Ecuador, China, Philippines, Brazil, India, Australia, Germany, Italy, France, Nigeria, Turkey, Japan, Singapore, Thailand, Belgium, Sweden, Israel, South Africa, Egypt, Puerto Rico, Kenya, the Netherlands, Iran. Welcome, Iran. Colombia, Greece, Ireland, Argentina, Peru, Austria. Well, hello, Austria. Poland. To those joining us from all over the globe, it really is great to have you here with us. I truly am fired up to be driving your bandwagon, to be your virtual hitchhiker if you're out and about and on the go. And you know what I love about riding shotgun? Getting to hang with you. So what are we waiting for? Here's your opportunity to mortal up. What do you say? Let's go kick in some doors. I got a couple different dates that I want to make mention to you this evening. Thank you all so very much again for joining us here at All Natural Being. A couple of dates I want to make mention. November 28th, which is like 15 days away. Is it? No, a little less than that maybe. November 28th, 1 p.m., I get to go back to the doctor. And I'm really fired up about this trip to the neurosurgeon. Do you know why? I'll tell you why, since you asked. Or since I browbeat you into asking, they're finally going to decide if I get to, now it's a little more complicated, but I get to pull this shunt. It's got a big hose, right? I get to pull this shunt right out of me. No more running my spinal fluid down into my peritoneum. I'm telling you, I just can't wait. It's going to be so cool. I can't wait. You know, when I joke about being a cyborg, I thank you for all my friends that are cyborgs that let me, join your club for a little bit. But I got to tell you, I am thrilled to be uncyborged. And eventually, after this meeting on the 28th, we'll discuss what it's going to be able to take to pull this shunt out of me. I cannot wait. Oh, and the other date that I wanted to make mention very quickly is Valentine's Day, February 2019, where we're going to be going for 81 to win. At least that's where everything's pointing right now. The Guinness World Records for the longest radio call-in talk show. So I'm very excited about that. Oh, and I should also mention, thank you for joining me a full half hour early, because my dream, if I could say so, I'd love to have drive time radio. There's too much going on around here from 3 to 6 in the evening. So whenever I get a chance to come in a little early, I'm like, man, this is great. I love it. But truth be told, I'm making room at 8 p.m. for the incomparable, as I've said before, Henry G. Noel, Thinking Re-Envisioned. Too much smarts to try to pack into a half an hour. You need a full hour for some of the different head things that he does. So he'll be coming on tonight, just for tonight, from 8 to 9 p.m. So make sure you stick around. I know our good friend Wayne is going to work all the controls, all the buttons back in control in Michigan, unless he's in a snowstorm as well, and then get you right over to Thinking Re-Envisioned at 8 o'clock, right here on IPMNation.com/ANB. Now, let me jump into the thread, say hello to everyone that's here, and to thank you for joining me early. John, great day to you as well. Candace, thank you so very much. Henry, thank you so very much, especially with the show you have coming on this evening. Wayne, good evening. Heather, nice to see you again. Heather, did I see that? Did you break a bone, or is there something wrong with your ankle? Do I have that right? It could be the shunt talking. You know what I mean? Transitional radio. Hello, hello, hello. Also, I got to say hello to David Ray Bowman. I saw him. He made the joke last night. I go, I don't have to ask permission for my wife to climb Mount Everest. And I said, great, let's do it next year. And I think I saw a picture of him in an emergency room today. So David, if you're listening, I hope, oh, are you back at it again? Is that what it is? You're back? All right. I hope you heal very, very soon. Thank you so much, Rita, for joining us. It's going to be so fantastic. Thank you, Heather, very much. Good news, baby. Oh, I cannot tell you. Good for you, Brian. Here's to getting this mess. Oh, and you know what? Mess and mesh. I'd love it if they could pull that titanium mesh out of me, because I have to just ask you a question. If you put in a titanium plate, isn't like titanium just the cat's tuchus, right? Isn't titanium supposed to be the end all? Well, that just kept leaking, right? And then you go, okay, well, what about that leak? And then I put in titanium mesh. I could just never get it. If it's mesh, doesn't it leak more than a titanium plate? That's what I couldn't figure out, but apparently I'm going to be stuck with that. And just in interest of full disclosure, because I've been talking to my doctors about it, I've had this shunt in me and dealing with all the aftermath of the shunt. Do you know why? Good evening, Jamie. Want to say hello to Jamie. Snoopy. Hang on, Snoopy wants to say hello as well. Do you know what it was? 2 years ago when all this hit. I don't know if I told you the story, but you know what I asked for? I asked for a breast implant. Not 2, just 1. Right? Don't want to get gaudy, but I wanted a tennis ball size breast implant that I could stick back in the area of my cerebellum, right? Because I got a big hole in my brain now. I just wanted a tennis ball size of silicone implant. Right? Those gold cables you bought. Only because you held out, Henry. You didn't tell me you were getting, what was it, platinum? Silver tipped? Oh, yeah, look at all the gold over here, Brian. And meanwhile, Henry's walking behind me going, yeah, but tell me a little bit about these silver-tipped ones over here. So in any event, I asked the doctors to give me a tennis ball-sized breast implant. My theory being, right, put the breast implant in the back of my head. You can imagine the nicknames I'd have to put up with. But in any event, no one would know, maybe, unless I told them. Put the tennis ball-sized breast implant in the back of my head, then pack the titanium plate there, right? So that my body doesn't keep producing extra spinal fluid, because that void, that little hole in my head, is filled with a silicone breast implant. That's all I was asking for. I didn't think it was much, that big. And so I asked my neurosurgeon and the neurologist, and they're both standing there looking at me like, I think he's insane. I go, I don't know. Get a plastic surgeon in here. Let's talk. So in any event, November 28th, 1 p.m., I get to go back and have the doctors go, we don't know what happened. But if you're healed and you no longer have the headaches, the nausea, the Parkinsonism, I will miss going to have a drink and shaking so bad that the glass chatters up against my teeth. I'm sure my family's going to miss that as well. You know, I have like a mixed drink without even trying, right? I just go like this. So I'm going to miss all that for sure. Hello, Christian. Oh, and I want to make a simple little thing here if I could as well. Mug pamphlet. Whenever I try to say something negative about Facebook, it goes under code name Mug Pamphlet. Because here's my theory. For all the people that reach out to me and go, what happened to you? We don't get you pop up in our feed anymore. I think Mug Pamphlet is up to something. So when you go, oh, what's H2, baby? You know what, Heather? I'm so excited. I got something in the mail today that I will talk to about probably on Sunday night. I'm going to talk about my entire plan, everything I'm going to do from hydrogenated water to just all of it, the BioPro Plus, all the cool stuff from Maju, all my CBD oil, everything, all that's going to go in to ramping back up and helping me lose. They have the freshman 15. I'm going to lose the tumor 25. Well, it's kind of my fault, right? No one force-fed me, but it's kind of my fault in that they said, we don't want you lifting in part of this recovery. We don't want you lifting anything, more than a gallon of milk. And I go, oh, that's great news. I hate milk. I hate that stuff. Why would I pick up a gallon of milk? They didn't laugh. They weren't impressed. They meant anything over 8 pounds. So I had to give up running. I had to give up deadlifting. I couldn't do a crunch. It would kill me, right? All these different things I had to give up. So I ended up with a tumor 25. So starting on Sunday, we're going to be talking about those things I'm going to do. And believe me, I'm torn because I don't know, maybe I should make it next Sunday so that I can eat like a glutton through Thanksgiving, right? And then a week from this Sunday, go, man, there's a lot of tryptophan in that turkey. But next Sunday, decide to go clean. Oh, Heather, I'm sorry. You really did. So you have a torn, ruptured calf muscle. I am sorry to hear that. I hope you're healing nicely. MP is a punk and definitely doing something underhanded. Mug Pamphlet. Thank you, John. Right? So that's my code name. Just keep it between us, right? So no one else has to know. But whenever I want to throw Facebook under the bus. Now, there could be an algorithm that looks for the term in live video, so I'll be banned tomorrow, right? Which is sad because if I really were going to be banned, I should do it with some Chick-fil-A, right? A Chick-fil-A sandwich, a big Chick-fil-A drink, and maybe a red Make Humans Great Again hat or whatever it is. That would probably work. So in any event, that's what I was thinking of doing is mentioning this Sunday, Heather, how I'm going to start with hydrogen and everything else. But you all forgive me if I decide to make it go one more week so that I can enjoy Thanksgiving. The pumpkin pie is just to die for around here. Then I'll have to think about that. But I'm ready to share my plan, right? Ready to show everyone the scales, the tumor 25, all the weight that I've gained and everything that I'm going to do throughout to prepare for this 21 to win. I said to my good friend Lee Rowley, Sales Copy Academy, I'll do the physical stuff and the philosophical stuff, the writing stuff, the sales copy stuff. He's going to be a part of my training regiment. And as I mentioned earlier, we're just 16 minutes and 45 seconds away. Give Wayne plenty of opportunity, plenty of a warning from my, I have like an air filter and a water filter. Well, my philosophical filter is Henry G. Noel. What's the G stand for? I said in the promo, giddy up. So I'll be turning to him and I'll be crafting this whole workout routine. And I see over on the board today, someone was in the studio and said, oh, well, we'd like to get you a lazy lounger, right? Like one of those reclining seats that you see by a swimming pool. And I'm thinking, when I'm going for this 81 hours, the last thing I can do is afford to lay down and go, yeah, I'll do a half hour in the... Oh, yeah, you were at hour 79. And you fell asleep, and there goes the record. So I think I'll leave the lazy lounger for guests. But we're looking at all that. We're going to have a whole new studio. Where'd that cable come from? We're going to have a whole new studio, all kinds of cool things going on. And I'll be talking to you about that as we continue to ramp up for the 81 to win. All right, this evening, what I thought we could do before we get ready at the bottom of the hour. You can't find good help these days. I'm only here till the top of the hour. Henry takes it for the full hour at Thinking Re-envisioned. What I wanted to talk about is the higher consciousness cartel, right? The mindfulness mafia. They're all after me because just a lot of people said, oh no, it's it's really difficult. Yeah, wouldn't I be asleep in a hot second? You're absolutely right. I'd have drool. It's hard, not much. It probably won't take 79 hours either. But, Wayne had a great question today, and I checked with Guinness. What I'm going to do is you're allowed, 20 minutes of sleep. You're allowed 20 minutes off air, let's say. 20 minutes off air every 4 hours. So what I'm thinking of doing, for the record, is I'm going to put that, because I can mold it together. What I thought I'd do is every 12 hours, right? Every 4 hours I get 20, so 20, 40, 60. Every 12 hours, I'll take a 1 hour nap. So I'll go for 12 hours, take a quick nap, go for another 12, take another quick nap, and then that way, I can kind of piece it together. So I was working on that as well, but you're absolutely right, John. I would be out what we call a New York minute. We can't have that happen, so that's I'm probably going to say no to the Lazy Lounger. But getting back to our conversation tonight about the higher consciousness and our cartel, everyone seems hell-bent on this concept that you need something more. You need some more bling, another bauble. The committee vote will tell you when you have enough stuff, right? Enough stuff to feel like you're fulfilled. And all I simply am saying, and the reason that I said in the post that I'm ecstatic about it, is that I think you're great already. I think everything you've ever needed, you've always had. I want a higher consciousness. Let me, a quick shout out to all the garden slug consciousnesses like mine. People perfectly content, perfectly grateful, thankful for being given this shot in the first place. That's all I'm saying. Well, the higher consciousness, oh no, you got to learn yoga. Got to learn how to tweak your knees, rack your back. Got to learn how to make your butt fall asleep just so that you can learn mindfulness. And all I'm simply suggesting is that maybe if you and I did away with a little bit of the binge thinking, maybe if we did away with a little bit of the baggage, maybe if we weren't so hell-bent on always listening to the crowd telling us what we need, then maybe the consciousness we have right now, we'd go, I got to tell you, I'm pretty proud of the consciousness I have. Now, of course, there's things we can do. There's things we have to, and I wish, have Henry comment, or Kelly comment, or Ashley comment, and Wayne comment, anyone that's been over here, Lee comment, anyone that's been over in the studios. I've been studying this stuff for over 30 years. And I wish I could tell you, it's just back-breaking, take your hammer to an anvil, slam it away, hard work every single day. But what happens in that particular moment, when the light bulb goes on, it's the easiest thing in the world. Just the easiest thing in the world. Where's my... Oh, here you go. Right? Easiest thing in the world when that happens. But they want you convinced that you need a program, that you need steps, that you need a mastermind, that you need all these other things in order to be who you already are. And that's why I said, and I'm sticking to my guns of last evening, shouldn't be a stretch. It's more of maybe more of a contraction. Shouldn't be a hard journey. Shouldn't even really be an adventure when you think about it. To recognize in this particular moment in all of time how fortunate you are to be who you are. Now, oh, no, it's an uphill battle. No. Oh, it's a slog. No. Now, some of the things that we're involved in because we don't remember who we ultimately are, some of the things that we're involved in because of our amnesia, sure, that's a battle. Sure, that's a slog. Sure, that's arduous. Fill in the blank, whatever word you want. But ultimately, in that moment when you go, ding, right? You know what I'm talking about. You see all these people running around, I'm enlightened. Really? Well, good for you. We're all enlightened. We're all enlightened. Maybe if we get rid of some of the static, as I said earlier, some of the baggage. As I said in the open, one of the reasons I love riding shotgun, at whatever time we do the show, one of the reasons I riding shotgun, I love it so much, is I get to hang with you, the real you, the authentic you. I was saying to a good friend of mine the other day, he goes, well, what do you really like? What is it that you just love? And I go, well, and I thought about it for a minute, and you know what I dig? I dig hanging with authentic people. No fakes, no frauds, just authentic people. Whatever you are, whatever you're doing, if you put your heart's highest priority top of your list, I'm in. And if all your critics are going to go, oh, you're a narcissist. Yeah, well, you're an idiot. Oh, well, you're a hedonist. Well, I'm sorry. I don't remember asking you for your opinion of my life. And we came to an understanding at lunch that I just dig authentic people. And because for me, when you're authentic, I'm supposed to do a little bit of house cleaning. Hold on. Let me see, what am I supposed to do? Wayne, how's that? I'm supposed to put that there. And then I think I put this over there. Oh, okay. Just in case you all forget, if you look in your upper left-hand corner, right over here, am I doing it right? There, something like that. Yeah, I'm Brian Brawdy. How do I get over there? And you're listening. Good Lord, how hard can this be? Oh, yeah, right. That makes sense. Yeah, you're listening over here to All Natural Being. All right, sorry. Only took me 20 minutes to remember to do that. Good answer, Brian. Yeah, I thought so too, Rita. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us, as always. Something isn't right. Did you clean your office? Yeah, in 1989, I think, was the last time I cleaned. Right? I don't even like the vacuum down here. That's why I'm thinking hopefully for Christmas I'll get one of those little robots that just ricochets around and it can do all the cleaning. Keeping up with the Joneses is BS. You lose yourself in that process. I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree, Heather. And I think one of the reasons that the higher consciousness cartel, the mindfulness mafia, is all up in arms is they want to continue to convince you that you're not cool already, that you're not good already. They go, oh, you'll be perfect if you're enlightened. Who wants to be perfect? Who wants to be perfect? What another false bill of gold. I meant to say bill of goods. Then I look down and I see Wayne's eyes and he's looking at me going, don't miss your call. I got 9 minutes, 8:48. Thank you, John, very much. Thank you, Wayne. I wish I had a camera that I could hold this up to so people could say, Wayne literally texted me, eyes looking at me going, don't you miss that call time. It's really something having to jump through all these hoops. So that's the thought I'd like to kick around this evening. Oh, maybe if we have time for one call. 833-MIND-UPS, 833-646-3877. It's toll free, right? And having a toll free number is so much easier than having to say every time, some texts cost may apply. Check the rates in your area, long distance. So it's toll free, right? So you don't have to, you and I both don't have to go through that. 833-646-3877, 833. Mind ups, just like push ups or sit ups or pull ups. Poor Wayne, I know he's got to put up with me. Candace, let me say this to you. Poor Wayne, you're absolutely right. How'd you like to have to deal with me? And then you don't even get a breath. You don't even get an inhale. You don't even get to smoke him if you got him. And then you got to put up with Henry. And tonight you got to put up with Henry for an hour. Poor Wayne. That's why I love him. Wayne says it's his job. Well, I have to give that a thumbs up, right? How can I not like that comment? But think about it. Right as we're coming up on Thanksgiving. Oh, wait a minute. Here's a call. Who could this be? Hold on. Let me see. Good evening. Welcome to All Natural Being. Who's this?
Is this the party to whom I am speaking?
Oddly enough, this is a long-distance overseas call. Henry, how are you, sir?
How are you, sir?
I was just saying a little bit ago, you got so much smarts, right? You can't pack that brain. You can't download your brain in a 30... Oh, that's a piece of duct tape. You can't download your brain in a 30-minute show. You need a full hour. So I said, great, yeah, I'll set them up. I'll be the opening act.
It's not this brain, let me tell you.
So what's going on with you, fine sir?
Oh, just dodging the rain. You guys are dodging the snow. Well, actually, the snow's just got you slammed, and the rain's got us slammed down here. So it's been crazy. This is our drought. We're supposed to be in 3 months of no rain, and we have had rain about every day but 5 days since I got back here. So I have no idea what's going on with the weather, but it's been fun.
Well, before I get into it, I want to talk about what you're going to be talking about tonight in the full hour, the 8 to 9 o'clock hour. But I just have to get this off my chest because it's been bugging me all day long. Okay. I have one of my youngest goes to a daycare. Early learning is what it's called. Pre-K, I guess, is what it's called, and it's a local church. And so right before they get ready to go to the church this morning, right, it's barely raining here, barely. And it may be a little bit of freezing rain overnight, but good golly, I wouldn't want to chill a drink with the freezing rain that fell. So right before they're ready to open, we get this thing, because there could be ice on the sidewalks and this and that, we've decided to close the school today.
Oh, wow.
And I think if you're the organization pushing this whole, yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. How the hell do you close school? You're saying, yea, though I walk through the valley of frozen sidewalks, thou art with me. Pockets of rock salt and staff, they comfort me. How do you get to be a church and you close daycare At the first sign of the valley of the shadow of death. I can't figure it out. But I knew you'd be able to tell me, so that's what I wanted to ask you in our closing minutes. Hi, Patricia. Nice to see you.
I just figured maybe their heating comes from a different location.
Yeah. I don't know, but I thought, wait a minute. It's not like a military academy. It's not like something else. It's a church preschool, right?
Oh,
Thy will be done. Thy will be done. Oh, no, but we got to close the school in case the sidewalks are icy. So thy will be done as long as thy will isn't slippery road surfaces, I guess.
Or too cold.
Yeah, or too cold. Right. Well, come on now. Jesus didn't go into the desert for 40. He didn't go into Antarctica for 40 days and 40 nights. Come on, let's cut him some slack.
Absolutely true. There you go.
Candace says, what's he selling? I'm not even sure who she's talking about. Who knows, Candace? I don't know. I will tell you, I'm liking this early time slot.
Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it?
This is great. This is great. All right, so I'm sorry. I'm just blathering on. Tell me, what's Thinking Re-Envision going to be about this evening? And congratulations again for the rise that you've had over at IPM Nation. And I know we have a staff meeting tomorrow to talk about some other cool things that we have coming. But what are you focusing on tonight?
Well, actually, tonight's Free for All Thursday, so everybody in the audience has got their chance to dictate the direction of the show. So they all get to play producer and director. So it's going to be whatever comes up as a main topic. And if everybody is really quiet as a church mouse and doesn't really want to talk, well, then we'll cover some stuff. But outside of that, no, it's Free for All Thursday. So it's whatever's on their mind. And I think I've talked about enough confrontational stuff this week that somebody's got to have an opinion.
Careful. Candace says, I don't get it. The more snow, the funnier the donuts. I love doing donuts in the parking lot when the snow's out. You know what I mean? What else are they good for before the plows get there? Okay, so Free for All Thursdays. I'll see if Lee Rowley and Fallout Bob can call in.
Okay.
Yeah, because I would call in if I could do an accent and you wouldn't know it was me, right? Like if I could do Ethel Merman, All Silent Night. If I could keep that up, I would do it. But that's the only voice impersonation I know. Just a horrible, crappy Ethel Merman. I know. So it's Free for All Thursdays. I got to let you get ready to go because Wayne's shooting me the evil eye. Oh, to watch Thinking Re-Envisioned next, he says, click on this link, and then there's H's and T's and P's and S's and colons and all kinds of slashes. But basically, it's www.facebook.com/Thinking Re-Envisioned. Is it official? Thinking Re-Envisioned official. Yeah, it's right here in the thread. Yes. All right, brother, I'll let you go. Thanks for calling in. Have a great full hour of Thinking Re-Envisioned. It's a bonus Thursday. I'm digging it.
Whew, yeah, we'll see how this goes. It'll be fun.
I'm getting the eye from Wayne.
Love you, man. You take care.
See you, brother. Farewell. All right, Wayne, I just dropped his call. He'll be there. All right, so as we get ready to wrap this evening, thank you so very much. Thursday is like our Friday here, right? Because we go Sunday through Thursdays. But I'd love it if people could go, you know what? Maybe what's the best time you think we should be doing this show? What time is the best where you go, oh, no, I think we should be doing a particular, would you like drive time? Do you think it was 7:30 to 8, 8 to 9? So we want to talk. There you go. There's the eyes. We want to talk about what you think would be the best time. And then everything that we'll be doing, as we decide, there's still a little bit of question about the 81 to win. Will that be the date? When's the surgery going to be? That kind of thing. So we'll have to see how all that goes. But we'd love your opinion. As I said, Wayne just posted here in the thread. Don't forget, Facebook.com/Thinking Re-Envisioned official, which would be wild. I would love to see the Thinking Re-Envisioned unofficial. I don't know what that means, but I think I would watch it. John says, watch out. My mind is deep. John, you got to get into the thread. Get in. Henry says, Free for All Thursdays, right from the expert's mouth. All right, we got to get ready to get out of here. As much as I enjoy torturing Wayne, 58, 57, 56, 55, it really is time to go. Thank you so very much for joining me this evening. Wayne right now is going, yeah, I'm just going to smack him the next time I see him. Thank you so very much. You need an hour. Thank you, Candace, very much. I'm going to get that hour right now, right? Sitting on the couch listening to Henry's Free for All Thursdays at Thinking Re-Envisioned. Thank you all so very much for joining us. And I'll be back Sunday night, and then we'll decide, is it this Sunday or next Sunday that I announce, as we were talking to Heather about all the H2 things. I got some really cool things that I'm excited about, some new ventures that we're on. So maybe we'll talk 32. Oh, that's a 23, 22, 21. All right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you so very much for joining me here at All Natural Being. Have a fantastic weekend. We will see you Sunday night. Farewell. All right, you're supposed to hit that. That goes. There you go. Oh, many times